So, do you guys remembering the remember? Do we remember where we left off? Remember the scene?
I remember being enlarged in my alternate form, all my alternate forms combined together, leaning against a door frame, waiting for Simri's aunt to come through to give her the proper Igorian welcome, as we call it. When you bust through a door.
She went out the other side wall and ran away. And Siri was pissed, chasing after her.
Yeah, that happened.
I
Scooby-Doo around the house.
Yeah, I remember Simri screaming and yelling and being very vocal about her inner emotions. And then I remember asking her, well, did you kill your auntie?
Sure. So my question for you is, in our semi-wounded condition, because actually Professor Niles is wounded.
Happens.
If we have a close look, dude, down to half his hit points. This is first edition, boys and girls, where your HP suck and your AC are flimsy.
Would the professor show that actively? Would he actually care and want us to know that he's wounded?
Oh no, this is the GM to
I've done both
player.
for science, children. I've done both.
This is a GM to player. I'm just trying to waylay some whining where you guys go chasing yourselves into a TPK, but. There was some talk earlier before we started recording about when's third level. Well, technically there it goes. If you guys want to skip some lovely encounters that the town has waiting for you upon your return and run down the good girl, I guess it's technically we're the bad guys, because we have a familiar in the air. It's like having a spy drone, right? Right.
You made the
Luca pulls down his hood, and then there's a little hologram picture in the back, and we just steer his shoulders around and walk him, and it's like we can control his little drone dude and get a pop up.
No. Get away with your Star Wars now. His eye flicks, and it looks like, the eye of the Raven itself.
I mean, maybe one day, but for now I'm only level 2, so it's like, Deimos is happy. He sees something shiny running through the forest.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, it's a child. Oh no. Well, actually.
Go Raven, go. Oh great, can we track it? Oh, the bird's tracking it. I don't know how to track the bird. I'm second level. What do you want from
the bird will find where it's going and then come back later, I guess. I don't know.
And what did you find? And all it has at second level some feelings. I felt hungry. I got distracted. He ate. That's what I can tell you now.
Well, I mean, when he comes back, he can literally tell us himself. But until then.
Okay. So remembering the drama, the betrayal, the awesome SmackDown roleplay from Simri as she stood up against her aunt Stalish, and we assisted. And this little bottled person just went nuts. And then before we could get our big lumbering selves like Professor, decide whether it's okay to date an incorporeal being like Nico, or just, escape a house fire. Yeah, that would be good because everyone is flammable. We bring down the scene, shall we say, a 10-minute rest later. Not hit point back kind of rest, but you guys, regroup, right? Siri is pacing back and forth. Luca is focusing on his familiar, mumbling to himself, trying to get what kind of vibe or feeling which way he went. Professor Niles trying to make the most of his big size.
No, I'm talking number 2. You did so good in there. You tried to sneak around that mean lady, didn't you? You wanted to squirt her when she didn't need it, did you? No, you didn't. Ha! Yeah, who's a good number 2?
Ew.
I need a chittering noise. We got to come up with some chittering noise for number 2 talking back to him.
Who wants to volunteer? It's more of a squelching. Again, there's an auditory requirement for number 2. Again, sopping loaf of bread on the concrete ground.
Oh, does he get? Because he's part of you. Does he get big when you cast Enlarge?
Yeah, he's going more. He'll eventually be able to turn his eyes of a bear by the time I'm done tweaking with that little guy.
I don't know, but
in the meantime, he's like a squirrel.
It's second level.
There's a
kind of small.
Yeah, 4 feet. Yeah, level 2 now, but don't you wait. I'll be having a number 2 the size of a bear.
All right. Now, you guys did ask me for a speed run, so let's do some logos. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Foul Parody Podcast. I am your host, GM Jeff Ball, and this evening, as we sit upon the precipice of 3rd level, it seems a long stone, maybe a milestone away, and the frustrated players have to deal with the bad guy getting away. I don't know how many adventures I've run where, like, the bad guy goes to get away, like in a movie, and players are like, oh, hell no. And they throw themselves claw, Band-Aid, and everything. And they're like, no, we don't want to deal with a second bad guy later. We don't want this guy to get away. We don't want any more story arcs. And they'll throw themselves at the bad guy. Now that we're the bad guys, the good guy got away. What's up with that? I mean, yeah, you're tracking him. What do you want to do now? And they're all muted. No? No thoughts?
Well, I mean,
No.
Deimos is busy, so I'd rather not get too far away.
What is your mileage on him? Like a mile for a familiar at your level? What is your empathy range?
The bonus is within a mile, but I mean, he's a familiar. He can just go where he wants. I would lose the bonus.
You're using him to track something. So I thought core rules was you know the general direction of your familiar within a mile. So it's kind of like he's a compass. If you just kind of go in that direction, technically he's following Stalish. You follow the compass, and voila, run towards the milestone.
I don't know if there's a
end.
benefit for that specifically. I'm pretty sure it's more along the lines of he generally knows where he's going. And then can come back. I can also share spells with him if he's within arm's reach kind of thing.
So you have no idea where he went?
I know he flew that way, but if he's like turned, I'm not sure. All I know is that I have an empathic link, so if he like has a sense, like a specific feeling of something, then I can kind of tell what he's feeling. But other than that,
on a scale of north, east, south, or west.
Yeah, I was
does he feel like he's going north? I don't know.
He's in danger.
It's cold.
Wish we could get to him. Pick a direction, you know.
General motions. Yeah. Connection to an item or place that has familiar does.
Okay.
Well, if we're genuinely coming off 10 minutes of the scene, I was just in a heated battle. I am slightly wounded, but not wounded enough to actually give a damn. And I'm super pissed, and I've got the big lumbering Professor Niles Cronenberg beside me asking if I did the deed. You know, in a lot of movies, this is where we'd fade to black, you know, we'd go regroup. Nah, fuck that shit. I say, let's go. She'd be, you know, fuck that shit. Let's hunt her down.
Okay. Darwin looks at Luca and goes, my bird feels... I thought it was a compass, man. I thought we were onto something, but... So, well, you all saw which way she ran. That way.
Don't we know the direction of where the
we have a
encampment
general
is?
direction as to which way she ran.
Yeah, that way. Just told you.
So we should go
Follow?
that way.
Yeah, you guys want to follow her? Sure. Does anyone have any tracking, survival, that kind of thing?
And listen to the embodied voice in the sky saying that way.
Nope. Not me.
All I keep picturing those movies where the guy's got the carrier pigeon and he's facing one way and the bird just kind of like 180s it. They're just looking going, oh.
We still have horses, don't we?
Yeah, I think you guys came out here with horses, didn't you? Or did we walk out here? No, you're in a hurry because your assistant manager, your little demon fly dude, Rosalargo, was like, hurry! And he poofed you out here.
Right. We don't have horses. They're probably barbecued at the old place. No, I'm sure
My
they
survival's -1.
I have a full.
Sure. Give me some rolls in the tower as we try to track her. I mean, she's badly hurt. It's not like a ranger can cover their tracks. Nah.
Well, bleeding immensely?
Take a minute. It's all these bird feathers. Every time I stop, these bird feathers start falling around me. I could use those maybe. I don't know.
That would
Give
be
them
very
bird
important.
droppings.
Those bird feathers are made of stone.
Wait, they say bird droppings are good luck.
Deimos is an elemental being. Those bird feathers are made of stone.
Oh,
Where would she have gone?
meteorites?
You guys follow her to like from sight. She went that way, right? So we run until we get to a point where, because we're outside of town, the bush gets thicker. Then we start trying to track. And it's not long before you guys could just, even if you think you're going one direction, you know, it's like, okay, we're barely keeping east here, and we kind of lose the trail just to lack of skill. Then Simmery, using local knowledge, mumbled to herself, where would my aunt go? Intelligence checks, boys? Where would she go? Where does she hold up? She normally holds up at the jailhouse, but we took that over. And if she's still in play, she needs a new place to hole up. She needs a new little base. I mean, she keeps showing up with multiple deputies. A couple of them showed up with a wagon at the museum, and a whole bunch of them showed up here. And for once, unlike murder hobos that are claim to be chaotic stupid, we play evil characters and we just left a whole bunch of people alive. Of course, they're on a burning porch, so I don't think that will track well for them. Deimos, he's rolling for Deimos. Where would you go?
Well, because Deimos is specifically a he's a sage, which means he gets knowledge checks himself. So as he's flying,
oh, he's smarter than a lot of you. This is awesome. What is Deimos's wisdom and intelligence?
Wisdom is 15, intelligence is 7.
Oh my god. Like, the wisdom is your intuition. What does your gut tell you, Deimos? What's his charisma? He got a stony charisma? Is he stoic?
Yes, he's also 7.
Okay. Cool. But do I talk? Does he like actually talk in your head? When you say communicate,
yes,
do you like
he has.
Well, there's the familiar
He
understanding
speaks Common
your
and
commands. Oh, really?
So the thing,
okay.
because he's a crow, he literally can speak.
All right. Well, you told him to follow her. Do you have a way to reach out and tell him, ask him his opinion on the matter, or you commanded him to follow her until she stops?
Something out?
Yeah, your commands were find out where she went. So until she stops, and he kind of goes, okay, this looks good, then he'll come back to you, right?
Yeah, he might have like ideas of where she might be going, like tracking prey, but other than that,
sure,
it's up to him.
You talk to him, we'll tell you all about it.
Yep.
I'm not saying he's not, but I'm not giving them to you now.
Yep.
If he's that clever, clever as a 5th grader, ass fox, and that intuitive, like 15, cunning or whatever, then yeah, he would probably try to stay out of sight, stay on her until she literally held up and nested somewhere. And then there's the double time for him to fly back, which he could do pretty quickly, right? So until Deimos appears and confirms our hunch, we're right back to where would you guys think that she would hole up if she was kicked out of jail? Does she have a house? Does she have a friend's apartment? Does she have anything?
Weren't we aware of some ruins or something on the edge of town?
Yes. There was someone talking to somebody about a note about Fort Elondo.
That was it. Yeah, we should try heading in that direction. Because, bandits, people trying to get their town back. What's the difference, right? They both raid the village every once in a while with their forces. And if it's close by, might be a decent place.
Estanzano. Fort Estanzano is, funny enough, generally in that direction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. With a little bit more tracking from Siri, trying to remember like how to get there from here, and backed by Professor Niles with some aid of like, we're veering off course. You said it was east. This is not east. You guys should be able to get there end of the day. I mean, didn't we already have it sunsetting? Sun was setting and fire was looming, and
Fire was burning, house was on fire. Yes, it was.
Are we
very
saying
much
it's
into
dusk or dark now?
Dark.
no,
I
it's
would
not. It's
say.
like we're 10 minutes. It's dusking.
Oh,
It would be, I would say, late dusk. The sun would have that glow upon the horizon by the time you got there. But that's okay, because beating people up takes mere seconds of rounds as opposed to 10-minute intervals of sunsetting where you're stuck in the dark and everybody freaks out.
Can I utilize my knowledge of history to see if I can recall any events surrounding that fort? Historical events?
Yes.
Ooh.
Why?
That could be relevant.
To be. Yes, you do.
If my lessons in local history were accurate at all, as far as I can recall, this fort has been abandoned by the Chelish army for many, many years. Nowadays, it's mostly a way station for wanderers or a base for brigands and adventurers. But a very long time ago, the Chelish bandit hunters used to launch forays into the Whisperwood. We'd best be on our guard.
Especially considering there were quite a few of them that came into town the last time. If she actually is the head, connected to that group of rebels, then there'll be quite a few people there. Potentially.
I'd like to roll knowledge local if I can remember how many comrades she left with.
Who's out here? Out here. Let's see.
I tried putting
There's
that in the tower, but
12. I mean, it's a long shot, but there's somebody that you've not laid eyes on in weeks. You haven't seen this little person, since you guys kicked her out of the sheriff's office. She's a hunter, a tracker. She, in and out of the forest. And she's a friend of your aunt's. Her name is Jexy Six Splinters. She is a halfling hunter. There you go. Describing for the podcasting audience, brown leathers, bare hairy feet, short bow, long spear in the back, lots of faded brown with sort of a green Robin Hood motif of undershirt and such, long wisps of hair. She was good with animals. Not like a dog trainer, but she was the kind of ranger that was into animals as opposed to plants and trees and stuff, so she was a bit of a tracker. And you haven't seen her in weeks. So the clues of possible that she's hanging out with this person, or the two of them might be in the fort, does seem to be a little bit more logical now you think about it.
she looks like a short Katniss Everdeen with pointy ears and hairy feet.
I didn't want to say it.
Simri will relay the information that Auntie's right-hand woman hasn't been seen coming in and encroaching, so they probably have her posted as a guard, someone that can quickly relay information back to the fortress if anyone approaches. So I don't think stealth is necessarily our forte, but at this point I think that at least Simri is mostly just running rage and wants to go settle things. I don't think she'd be thinking about stealth either way, but she is sharp enough to go.
Just
Hey.
saying there, I'm like, we have a certain authority with the local conscripted forces. So we could use our fancy armbands to make the city watch do things for us, such as monitor comings and goings of individuals, especially those with hairy toes.
Indeed, but that does not help us with our particular issue right now. We should probably be on our way. The less time we give them to prepare, the better.
So they can prepare all they want. Just makes it more fun at the end of the day, doesn't it?
I mean, there is giving them less time to prepare, but at the moment, for what it's worth, I've reasonably small collection of spells I could continue to help with.
Oh, Luca, you need a sandwich and a nap?
That would be what I'm saying, yes. Also, Deimos hasn't returned yet, so I mean, that'll be a confirmation of location.
Dagger still in hand, at the edge of the forest line, looking down the road, looking back at you guys talking about this. Like, okay, are we really about to say no to this?
Similar.
Let's
But
go.
you-
And I just start walking with Simri.
Oh, I wasn't ever saying that we should stop. I was saying that we should find where she's going and potentially be careful about how we approach afterwards.
Simmer, let me give you a little advice here. When I was working at Yogarian as Professor Niles Cronin, distinguished gentleman teacher professor, head of his class, I taught this one upstart of a student one time who led the top of his class and became a great asset of mine. Till eventually that individual ended up shining so bright he outshone me own light. You know what happened after that? Ended up getting shipped out here and serving outside Ugarian's conservatory villages. Moral of the story is, you don't leave loose ends floating around like this.
I'm glad that we're all on the same page.
So how do we go and make sure that her insides are tingling as much as my outsides?
The bushes are right over there, dude. You've got a tingle then. Sorry.
All right.
You guys want to see something really cool?
Hmm.
You are halfway after all that trekking to Fort Atalanzo. Then you decided to sally forth. Another quarter of the way there, a stony bird appears. I'm back, bitches! And lands on a branch and breaks it, because apparently I'm heavy because I'm made of stone. And after erecting itself and reuniting with Master,
He spent too much time with the street children. Now he uses
I
slang.
mean, well, I'm pretty sure a couple of like Luca questions about like Luca didn't want you guys to know that it could talk. So he was all, okay, this and this and this, and the smart bird would nod and disappear and give private reports, right? So he's like, I'm back, bitches.
He generally
I'm like,
speaks to me like with detail in Terran, but other than that, yeah.
do you speak Terran?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because that would be great if you didn't be like, I don't know what he's talking about, guys. These reports go on and on. So yeah, he flips to Terran, right? I mean, caca. Sorry, boss. Anyway, he talks about a collapsed stone structure. High walls, some of them staved in, though the rubble piles are really high and still look unstable and hard to climb. Gated doors, enclosed towers, some like so I can't see everything and everyone kind of thing.
Okay.
But by
How
the
many
sound
people
of it-
did you see?
Oh, well, she went in. And then she went into a building and has not come out.
Okay. You didn't see anyone else so far?
I went into a window, and I thought I heard her talking to someone, but then they sensed my presence, and I bailed before she, I saw her head turn, go for a weapon, and I bailed. I got out of there. I mean, she beat the shit out of you guys, so I don't want to mess it up with her. I came back.
And
My
so we've
orders
been
were-
greater
my orders
than
were
an
report.
hour. And
What?
so we've been
That's fair.
greater than an hour in this march?
I think the fort is like X amount of miles out of town.
Yeah. So we're probably back to more of a professor than a Niles.
How much
More
on the timer
Niles,
do you
less
have?
Cronin.
Yeah, probably
20 minutes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. You guys, we've been tromping around like the sun. The sun lies low. I'll be nice. I won't put you in complete darkness. But where are we here? I'm going to change the time of day. Not that it's going to help the podcast, but it's like It's bright and
For the video audience, not the
it's
listening audience.
getting, very low sunsetty.
Niles
we
is
never
very
get to
yawny
the
now at this
screen.
point.
Yes. Very cool,
Yeah.
eh?
So you answered that.
Now, you guys are not this close to the fort. That just happens to be the edge of the map. But your
Oh,
minis
yeah.
are 15 feet away from the main gate. You guys are probably at a tree line, right? Because they don't usually have trees and cover right next to a fort. They cut away like acres of bush, so anything
Correct.
approaching said fort would be out in the open. So,
The
question
smart
is,
person leaves one tree in front.
yes, are
by
we going to
itself.
sneak in the nighttime and use the cover of darkness? Or do we want to rely on what dwindling light we have to see in better combat with?
The night time is the right time.
We're not in the nighttime. and Niles has found himself a little birchwood and is kind of taking a little powwow nap against it.
Oh, yes, because before he was all souped up on steroids and willing to go hunt
Yeah.
through the forest. And now he's
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck.
I'm tired, old man. I don't know about this.
He drank a 5-hour energy, and it is actually mismarked for actually a 30-minute energy.
If the sun's hanging low, and we know that she's in there and hasn't left, I vote we wait till nighttime.
Okay.
Especially considering that fort is big enough that they probably do have some form of provisions in there. I would imagine they would have the chance to heal up and potentially rest. We may as well take our chance with it as well.
Yeah, as pissed as Simri is, she is also a rogue. So she is more
Okay.
than willing to.
So we're
Number 2 has taken a defensive posture around Professor Niles.
okay.
I mean, so how
Professor?
much time do we have? Do we have enough time to actually full rest and return spells between now and?
You can do whatever
Right.
you want. If you guys want to just hang back and get the proverbial, I think you'd eat 8 though, tack just before dawn. It's dusk, right? You guys could get 8 hours sleep and tack in the early mornings. I'll just move the sun to the other side and you're gold.
I would
Yeah,
Just
think that
before
would
the sun
work.
comes up. Yeah.
Just to go in full resources,
yeah.
and you guys, since you don't need the rest, can alternate keeping an eye on things while we have a nice little mage nap.
Sounds good.
So
I would like to look over the professor up and down a little bit and see if I can figure out, is he doing okay?
50%.
She digs into her bag and then kind of taps your arm with a cure moderate wounds potion.
That's fine. Take as much as you need. I have plenty more where that came from.
He thinks you're asking for a refill. Give me more of this stuff, Doc. I think she's offering it to you, dude.
Yeah.
And he just wants to go
much-
sleep.
Yeah, he's very sleepy boy right now. He's at a stage in his career where this costs him dearly to do these transformations.
What would the other professors say? What?
He would not be as quiet, and he's not a professor of the typical sorts.
nap time.
Nap time.
So long as we can nap in a safe location.
Yeah, we'll find a place in the bush so that we're out of sight.
Yeah, well, I had you guys at the proverbial tree line, peeking, going, there it is. You guys are picture Hoth, Star Wars reference. I can do it because Gibson isn't here. You guys are all furrowed in the snowbank, and way in the back through binoculars, a couple of walkers are coming in. So, way out there, we see the structure and the open acreage, right? Form our plan, decide to wait for just before sunrise, knock out 2 spellcasters, set some watches, while Deimos plays the ukulele and sings ballads in Terran. Sounds pretty good to me. That sounds good, like a good plan. And just to sweeten the deal, since you guys are ballsy enough to skip encounters and brave enough, let's call it foolishness. Okay. I will let you use your villain points to cancel critical hits because everybody in here has a name. Now, when you do a critical hit, right, there is a roll and then a confirmation roll. So since there's 2 rolls, it's kind of anticlimactic to cancel said critical hit. So I will let your villain points do thus. You guys can cancel the effects of the cards I will pull in lieu of the critical hit. You'll have your choice between the standard double damage or whatever the card says, and I will tell you both, and you can choose. Because you guys have stacked up at least 1 or 2 villain points each. Because the villain never seems to go down easily, always seems to have that last breath. Even though you're twisting the knife, just die, he always has a little bit more. So turning that into dice, this is what I'm offering for this encounter. A way to, push things around in your favor. As well, I will allow you guys to inflict critical fumbles on your opponents. So if I roll a 1 and confirm a fumble, be like, no, he's confirming it. I'm using a villain point. That guy face planted. No need for confirm roll. Pull a card, DM. Let's go. By rolling natural 1s, you guys can skip right over them, confirming a fumble, and we'll go right to cards. Because you're so villainous. Because you're brave. Because this is an awesome, foolish plan. And I'm in such a good mood. Savvy? All right.
Savvy.
Let's rest. Let's rest up. It's not letting me rest, you guys. Oh, right, because this is first edition, so right-clicking is not going to do anything. Huh. All right, well, I believe you get your... Resting up in first edition is a little different, actually. Don't you get your con modifier back? Or is it your level?
I think it's level plus con.
Whopping 3.
Well, it saves you drinking potions, which you might need to use, mid-combat.
Yeah. I got 4 wounds, so I'll take it.
Having trouble with the archive. So, 1. So, and yet you guys might want to have a quick look that night. You guys can look over your potions, get them a little bit tighter in your belt as opposed to in the back of your backpack. I'll say, where's your potion? It's in your backpack. That takes a round to take out. If you guys want to pull all your health potions and clip them in your belts, uncap your quiver of arrows, blah, blah, blah. I have a question. When laying siege to a fortress, what do we have in the way of ranged weapons? Are we going to just climb walls and ninja this whole thing?
I mean, I was thinking we'd find a window, or if we could, or something, maybe. Is it?
And what
I
if,
was with Nico in this assumption.
okay, and what if they hang back and use turrets and bows and shit? You already know you're going up against a short bow wielding sniper.
I have a couple of things that can help. One is I physically have a light crossbow, and then 2 is I have a couple wands. But the other thing is that I believe, does anyone have a grappling hook?
Yes.
Can't say it's on my. Yes. Say it.
If not, I mean, I have a spell I can do to help with that, but still.
I do have one.
Nope. I have a hooded lantern. I have a light crossbow. I have a mask. I have a mess kit. I have pot. A pot. And I have a scroll of protection from evil, which I'm thinking probably isn't going to help me much.
You're very untrusting in your childhood.
Okay, before we go to bed, I'll also ask Deimos to fly around and look and see if he can find any easier to get in kind of spots, or spot anyone wandering around on parapets or stuff like that.
Okay. Now, keep in mind, when you guys start shifting your gear from your backpack to your hands, like every dagger, all kinds of stuff, and your grapple hook or whatever in use, it will change your encumbrance. And you guys want to stay lightly encumbered or less, or you'll start suffering penalties on climbing and all kinds of stuff, even from the gear that you're using to climb. Now, if you equip a grappling hook and throw it up there and it's no longer part of your gear and you climb up it, then it goes to not being carried. But I'm just saying, like, when you guys armor up and gear up, your weight will shift. So bear that in mind, because everyone seems to be like, aha, I have this. And it's like, yeah, it's all in your backpack. Or if you're carrying it, it's weighing you down and it can affect your numbers. Because I'm looking at Nico, who's a pound over. I'm looking at Siri, who's a pound over from lightly encumbered. This is
Yeah,
probably
I'm not
I'm
a
gonna
pound
ditch my
over.
lantern because I don't need it,
okay.
and then
Yeah, that
now
was for
I
us.
should
I
no
appreciate
longer be
that.
encumbered.
Yeah, you don't have to delete it. If you guys just switch the C and E's to like a blank space, it says not carried, then you've got a nice little pile of it back here in camp. Because you have your green carried, your E equipped, and then you have like a blank circle, and that's just you dropping it on the ground. You can still own it. You don't have to delete things.
No, you
Um,
must delete it. So says God
but-
delete us.
Unless you have something equipped, then it's in your backpack and it takes a lot of time to pull it out. Just be warned. So, that being said, and a quick look, the night comes and goes, and Deimos is happy that he has sung you all to sleep in his gravelly little voice, playing a little Santana, you know. I don't know where he got the mandolin from, I'm just saying. It's actually made of stone, so he's air guitaring it. There's no strings or anything. He just
Air guitar is the best guitar.
he picks up a like an avocado-shaped rock and pretends it's a mandolin, just starts warbling in rocky
Yeah,
terrain.
sweet child of mine.
Yeah, exactly. Something. So how to put this proverbial spotlight for the players. As the sun goes down, and once again, I get to use cool Fantasy Grounds effects. Time of day, and we just spin that sucker the wee hours of the morning. So the middle of the night. So we're talking.
Uh-huh. I see the lighting effects.
That awesome?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wee hours of the morning. The world's purple.
Cthulhu
Awesome.
rises.
As the sun, as the sun, and Cthulhu, because everyone has a morning to get through. Everyone's got
away
a work
from
day
your
to get
white
through.
walls.
Yeah. Exactly.
Make items carried or equipped.
So if it's carried, it's in your backpack. If it's equipped, then
Okay.
in combat, you just yank it. If it's carried in combat, it's in your backpack, and that's usually like move and full round actions to retrieve it before you can even spend actions to use it, and you've lost 2 rounds. All right. I'm going to take my... Where'd my light go? I've lost it. I've lost my
It
little
happens.
light. All right. Showing you guys the bottom of the map here. To your south of your position is where there's a lot of walls crumbled and cave-ins and actual walls that are still like 10, 12 feet tall, but a lot of it's crumbled from the 20, 30 foot tall gatehouses and stuff. To your immediate front are double gates. To your front north is the corners of an actual like gatehouse with windows that Deimos said that's where I saw them. They're in the gatehouse. Like up here. Why, there's that little window, you know. Go stand under it and see if arrows come out, because they're actually like arrow slits and stuff. He told you that there is a catwalk, very large, going along the inside of the wall, the back of the fort. And there's a very large open area just beyond the gates, like a central courtyard. I mean, he might actually be smart enough to sit there and sketch it in the dirt. Here's a big square. All around the outside is like 10-foot wide catwalk. Whole bunch of crumbling down in this bottom right corner. Whole bunch of gatehouse in this top left corner. There you go.
Oh, we might be able to climb in through that crumbled corner.
Mm. With
Question.
yes.
So I've got blue Winnis on me. The initial effect does 1 con damage. Secondary effect makes unconsciousness for 1d3 hours. Can I put that on my kukri or some of my daggers and slash? If I do, is it just 1 hit try?
Yeah. So for starting, if you don't have prestige classes and feats and how to properly poison weapons, you do run a low chance of poisoning yourself for handling this stuff. Second, yeah, it's a 1 use, so it stays on your weapon until you hit, or until like so many hours goes by that it dries out, that kind of thing. But it's not like this is coated, and
Okay.
on one fine day I'll pull it out and it's still poisoned, right? Also, kind of depends on the poison. But if you want to set your poison, if you want to set some daggers to poison, depending on how many doses you have, how many doses of blue Winnis do you have?
2.
There you go. Might I suggest like 2 of your throwing daggers or something, not necessarily Kukuri, or the Kukuri of one of your backup daggers, coat them now, this morning, and then you're good to go for a fight. When you connect with one, we can talk about the effects of said poisons, the onset times, right? Is there an immediate
Yeah.
onset time, like a round, or are we talking like an hour? Oh, you're going to feel that later after I'm dead. Like, what's the down
Just
low on blue
says
Winnis, right?
save fortitude DC 14 frequency 1 round for 2 rounds. Cure 1
There you go.
save. Initial
Yeah.
effect 1 con damage.
Right.
And then
So for 2,
unconsciousness.
it's immediate. You inject this into somebody by cutting them, and each round for 2 rounds, they got to make saving throws or suffer the actual effects of the poison. So this is a straight up immediate injected poison. Good stuff.
Yeah. Strong shit.
Yep.
It was the
Anti-stale.
3D hours of sleep that I thought would be pretty nice.
Somebody gave it to you for your birthday. I was like, what? Really? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. We may proceed.
Sure. So when we get close to the fort, 3 things become apparent. First, the front gates are actually lying open. After we trek over the acres of ground, someone has left the 2 main front gates wide open, and we can see a large swath of the inside of it, including all the way 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 odd feet to a stairwell that goes up to a very large 15-foot back catwalk, which is attached to the back wall. Only the open wooden gates and a few narrow windows suggest that the heap of rock ahead was once something more. A small gatehouse to one side still stands intact, though it seems in danger of collapse beneath the light covering of moss on its stones. If you guys want to climb, the DC is 14. Not just to give away numbers, but giving you an idea of how hard it would be to climb with bare hands, 14. If you guys rope and hook it, the DC just goes down to like 5. Like it's, bracing against a wall. There's all these rules that drop the DC a lot. But then you got to go up single file up the rope, where if you guys all scaled the wall at once, you'd be all at top about the same time with a DC 14. Per climb check.
Yeah, I would never make that.
Okay.
No. We tried to climb in a window. That failed miserably, so...
Yeah, a low window.
I
A
mean,
low window on a porch.
We
Good
we
times.
tried
Or
to
seems so
we tried
inviting.
the term is we tried to loft a window.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
So as we approach, I will activate my cloak of darkness.
I will send number 2 away ahead to venture forth and skitter and do number 2 things.
Which gives
Okay.
me a +4 armor bonus and a +2 circumstance bonus for stealth checks. Ooh.
I similarly snap my fingers, and it looks like I'm wearing armor now.
It's an illusion of full hell plate. Aha. Don't I look stylish?
Okay, but I'm a change
no,
shape,
but, you know.
and I have a gore and a hooves attack. So I sacked my charisma score hard.
Fugly comes to mind, but we still love you anyways.
Thank you.
It's ironic, Siri, that your own aunt's words come to you about the dangers of a cornered animal. You guys do want to go in here full Monty, trust me.
Oh, absolutely.
So, front door, climb a wall, fumble around some rubble.
I send
Anyone
my
got any
number 2
rope?
through a front door.
Yeah, he's in there.
I've got rope and a grappling hook, but I've also got +8 stealth, so I'm willing to just try and slide in the front door since they left it open so kindly.
I think we're
Do you guys
want to
go high and low?
+5 to your stealth.
I'd rather enjoy the range I can get by just going up and onto the wall.
I can pass you my grappling hook.
When we get to the literal 15 foot from the gate point, and number 2 has already like gone skittering in to look around, right? Give me initiative, guys, because you're getting into a point where, you know, anyone on watch could possibly see you guys skittering around in the early morning sun as shadows, except for a shadow that is within a shadow
16.
that hides. Nice.
The shadow knows.
Also 16.
Threw it in the tower.
16.
I'm seeing a trend here.
We go as one.
16. That's a lot of 6s, guys. That's a lot of 6s. I just want to let you know, I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you all.
Power's on our side.
Yeah, all power is on our side.
Move as one to our deaths.
Well, either way, it's either recruiting season is on or they're fueling us to make recruiting season on. I'm not sure which of the other is, but, you know.
Okay. So as we start sneaking around, sneaky, start giving me some
Sneaky,
stealth and tile, guys.
Yeah.
As we try to set ourselves up for its first edition, a surprise round. Huh?
I have so many skills, and stealth is not one of them.
That's okay. You told him to go. You told number 2 to go ahead. You didn't say stealthily.
Oh,
He's just
yeah.
relying on
No,
spot.
full send. Full send. I'm like,
Yeah.
my not
Well,
being stealthy makes my stealthy friend
I gave you
stealthier.
2 in the tower.
What's
I
that?
will.
I gave you 2 in the tower.
Oh, okay.
eh.
All right.
As did I and Deimos.
I threw one in the tower and one threw in the tower and did not become a tower roll. Feel free to discard the second one.
Let's see who may. Hold on,
But
may
numbers have become apparent to Jeff now.
Now, marching order,
Wait.
I will be the last one in the row. And Before
Number 2 first.
I walk through the gates, I'm going to cast a spell on myself.
Hold on. Luca, you said you were going to climb up.
Yeah.
Yes.
That means me and you. They're my boy Nick.
Were you taking the grappling hook and the rope?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to remove that off.
So
of
I'm
me.
walking through as middleman.
You're walking through the doors.
Nico, you want to position yourself on a wall down the south here? Because you obviously like went wide beforehand, so you're like way down here. Trying to climb the rubble.
By which you mean me, right?
Yes.
You mean Luca?
Yeah.
Not what I said.
No, you said Nico.
Oh, sorry.
Frail little hands scraping at the little golden gravel.
As Niles nervously walks through the doors, Nico's strong, burnt hands rubbed his shoulders to confirm him in his path of choice.
Yeah, that's what he thinks is happening, but I'm just hiding behind him.
As far as my climbing, I will also have Deimos like just give me a caw if there's someone at the top of the thing that I'm about to climb onto.
He's also
I
a bit
thought
of a
you-
dick, and he will caw like every half a second.
Then I will
Here, I
be
thought
climbing
you guys
very
wanted
slowly.
Charge in. But no, I feel like I've just bullied you into doing this now.
Okay. Can I have
Flame or ash, guys. It's flame or ash. That's what we're doing.
We have all moved in to the door and the wall with no apparent resistance.
Amazing.
I will now start the proverbial timer as you guys try to climb, slip in unnoticed. Okay. One thing you guys will notice right away in this thing's interior is, although the fort's walls have largely kept their shape, the structures within have fared far worse. The rubble of 2 collapsed towers spills into the courtyard from the south side, as do the moldy heaps of smaller wooden structures. Rickety stairs rise to a particularly collapsed wooden walkway to the north and east, which is straight back for east. That's the stairwell you can see. Following the remains of ramparts, and leads to a door of a mostly intact gatehouse. As we slip inside, dun dun dun, there is the odd torch in a scone, strategically placed to, like, if somebody wanted to walk without tripping. So there is like a torch on the bottom of the wall here. There is a torch the bottom of the gatehouse here. There is a couple of torches on stakes in the center of the courtyard, and there is a torch near the stairs, and then there's a torch on the inside wall. If somebody wanted to come in the gate and just not walk across barren, dark ground, it's like a little pathway.
Does it seem to favor those of low light vision as opposed to no light vision?
Sure.
Just an
I suppose I should
observation.
start dropping some lights. That said, Luca, let's talk about some climbing.
Sure.
There is a spot on the wall over here. It won't go. Oop. I'm assuming you wanted to find some flat wall that you could brace against, right?
Yeah. Or like a nice corner somewhere.
Yep. Between 2 big piles of rubble, some intact wall, you do the, grapple hook throw. Can I have a ranged attack roll base, please?
Sure. That is right here. 22.
Okay. Get it in 1. Click. Land it. Yeah. I'm assuming you guys gave Luca a little bit of a head start to get around to his wall and start climbing so that you guys hit the gate while he's kind of like halfway up the wall. So can I have some open climbing rolls, Luca? Because your climbing speed is pretty much like 5 feet, 10 feet if you're lucky, depending on the roll.
Yep.
Okay. So give me 4. Natural 1.
Well, no, it's not a natural 1. It's a 3 that turned into a 1.
Sorry. You get. Luckily, you don't make any progress. Like, instead of falling, you get a foot on the
Fortunately,
wall.
you haven't gone anywhere.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I just
Need
slipped
more
off
time.
the wall. It's fine.
Deimos. I think Deimos is there like, you gonna take all day, boss? Let's go.
There's a 6.
Have you ever seen the people like trying rock climbing for a first time, and they just like they grab onto the wall and they try to lift themselves, and they just up and down, like they just don't go anywhere. That's this guy. He's like,
The
okay,
biggest
not really.
confusion for me is like, if I I have to lean back to brace against the wall, but like I feel like I'm just gonna lie on the earth, lie on the dirt if I do that. So I'm
Yeah.
like, this can't be right.
This was not taught to me in wizard school. What the hell?
And there is a 17.
Okay. All right. Catching you guys up. Simmery. He's slowly clambering this wall around the back. Simmery to the north. Professor Niles to the south, squeezing through this 10-foot wide doorway. As Nico said, hiding behind him. You want to use the wall and try to slip through the shadow right up onto this, or close to said torch, or did you want to render the torches dark? Because if you get near them or pass under them, if anyone's watching out the windows, kind of...
Okay, so
expose you.
before I enter, I would like to cast a spell.
Sure.
This spell is called Dim.
Oh.
Dim creates an aura that hampers normal non-magical light sources. The spell must be cast upon an object, which then radiates the dimming aura. All light sources within a 100-foot radius cast only half as much light as they normally would, reducing both the normal and shadowy light radius cast by the source by 1/2. The spell has no effect on magical light sources of any level. The effect is immobile, but it can be cast on a movable object. A spell
cool.
with the light descriptor of any level counters and dispels it.
I like it.
So I am going to cast it on Professor Niles's hoof.
Oh,
I'm
so
sure
that
he-
when he gets near lights, they go dim.
Yes,
Okay.
but it's a huge radius.
Like I was gonna say, like they could track him just by watching the lights kind of go low.
It's
Now,
a
that one went
100-foot
low, then that one-
radius.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So basically, just everything in here just suddenly goes low. They're here.
Yeah, which is a great entrance for us. I mean, like that's about as stylish
that's
as
so,
it gets.
Pretty
that's so
poetic.
good, so good.
And
I
Also
thought
makes
you bought the
stealth so much
expensive
easier.
torches. I bought regular torches. Well, look at this shit. It's not, they're sputtering out. Look at this. You go down there and fix those torches. No, I'm not going down there. Oh,
And
what's the
then-
likelihood that they followed us?
after that has been cast, I will I'll end my turn at that point to allow Professor to move in and ahead of me. I don't want to be the first one in the door.
All right. Time for some, extra stealthy movement here, Doc.
Oh, that's-
Oh, so I think Simri goes before he does.
Yes. You were asking me to make a move. But I'm happy to hold back and
I kind of held Simri because Nico was next, but you're both at 16. So while she's sneaking, he throws the spell on Buddy. So it's all good.
Sure.
So Simri, stealth is half movement, I believe. So your movement is 30, is now 15.
okie dokie.
Do you want to go what? Straight in, hug an upper wall, try to get underneath the wooden structures down to the south of you are like little roofs because they are a rampart that's like 10, 15 feet above your head. Kind of giving you cover. Not sure where you guys want to go. I'm assuming we want to kind of get the drop on the gatehouse. Or we believe our foe is to be.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Slip inside 5, 10, 15. Da-da, da-da, da-da. The light in the middle here so everybody can see. Say the audience can see you guys sneaking around. Sneaking around, being very sneaky. And using your former stealth rolls. And from this point, you're going to just continue to move in and hug the wall like so. Just round and round. Simri. Suri. Sorry.
Her name's Simri.
Yeah, sorry, Simri. The wall here goes up 5 feet, over 10 feet, up 5 feet, over 10 feet. Like you're just snaking along here. Right? Double move on your turn puts you under one and then around a corner and under a second, what looks like a shadowy arrow slit, a narrow window that someone could use to shoot down into the courtyard in a great advantageous spot right beyond the doors if people came charging in. There's 2 of them. But perhaps you are just stealthy enough because nothing happens as you make your way along the wall. Nico casts his spell. And those people might maybe make some perception checks. Let's have a look here. Hopefully that stuff doesn't show up for you. Very interesting. Right. Professor Niles, you are glamored with darkness. You are stylish with hooves and horns. And you are ready to clomp, clomp, clomp loudly, even no one can see you, into the... No, sorry. Going off of your stealth rolls that I've got here in the town.
It's the quietest clomp that I've ever done, as far as I'm aware.
You don't clomp. You really prance at this point. I mean, let's be serious.
I am like fucking Rudolph. Sorry. Crass. But yes, Rudolph wishes he could plant this.
Can you give me some stealth? I don't see stealth from you in the actual tower. Can you give me some stealth in the tower there, Rudolph?
Yeah.
You.
Here you go. Oh, no, survival. That's not stealth. Oh, wait, yeah, it's much better.
I will survive this encounter because I rolled a natural 20.
I will survive. All right, there you go.
That roll basically is how well you sing the song, you know?
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not offended. It's true.
Okay.
Moving forward.
Nico, you
number 2 and I and number 2.
2 ran off. Do you call him back? You sent him way ahead, remember?
Yeah. I did.
You told me like 3 times. He's in there. So I was like, okay.
Yep. No, he is preambling the woods.
Wee. Once you're inside, though, did you want to signal him to come back?
No, he's having fun. I don't want to stop him. You know, he needs to discover these neurons that he needs to create. He needs to do this on his own.
Okay.
For this experiment to actually come to fruition.
All right.
So number 2 started off as like just a section of my stomach. You know, he's grown to so much more.
Yuck. Once inside the gate, do you want to go north following Simri, or do you want to go south under the parapets and the rubble, meeting up at Luca, or do you want to go straight across near the torches to dim them and head for that catwalk in the back there?
No. I don't know why. I don't like the full moonlight, but I'm gonna stick south.
Okay.
Stick south and follow that.
All right. So 1 move puts you here, and then if you want to just stay underneath 5, 10, 15, you're just making your way along.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Number 2, preambles. Yep. Luca climbs, and then we come around to round 2, and people are observing, listening, sleeping, whatever they do. Luca, time for some more climbing. All right, time to get to the top of that wall, buddy. Luca does climbing and falls.
Not quite. That's a 4.
I know. Just the DC for rope brace, I think it's like 5 or 10, and then nodded.
I think it's 5.
Yeah. So you don't make any headway again. You get stuck halfway up this wall. Want to go again? So now you're just kind of burning time. You got this.
7. There we go.
Okay. You get to the top. Now here's the fun part. You are, if you know how you said like your feet out and you're perpendicular to the ground and you're holding the rope, okay? You're at the point now where the rope is not hanging down, it's hanging straight out with your feet because the hook is right there on the inside of the rubble in the parapet, and you're looking along down your chin body, and that's technically where your movement leaves you dangling until next round. Simri. Were you interested in getting underneath the rampart and climbing it, or just heading for the stairs the long about shadowy way, or what's the plan here?
Oh, I'm hugging and I'm heading towards stairs. Yes.
5. Okay. 10. You're at a point now where you've run out of wall. So if you go north, you head to the stairs, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds to get to the stairs before you can pop out under the stairs and quickly climb them in the open. Or if you want to stealthily just kind of take the roundabout way around the torches, thanks to Mr. Dimlet here. 1, 2. You get their stairs in like 3 rounds.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay. So you run a wall. That ends your movement out here. And then you go 5, 10, 15. Making your way along the shadows. Dun, 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 dun. Nico.
I will follow.
Question for you. You cast a spell. You did have movement left. Did you want to actually like get in here a little bit with some of that movement from last round?
I would have shadowed Professor Niles as much as possible. So just because of the way initiative goes,
Sure.
I'm going to say I
Okay.
would have cast that spell and not gone in because I would have waited for him to go in advance.
Okay, so that would delay you down to... Okay. So leaving you retconned before we come back to you for this round, that leaves you in the open and your stealth. 1 second here. Clomp, clomp. What's that? Peering into the darkness. Hey, my torches aren't working. But if I'm halfling with low light vision, they're actually acting normal. Because instead of getting double, I'm getting regular torchlight. Do I see someone in the shadows? Firing at range, though, into dark shadowy though is penalty laden. I will say that. Where is Nico? Oh yeah, nice. Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. All right.
I am very,
Tracking.
very sneaky.
If I'm tracking you, I just don't think I have a good shot yet. And that puts you 5, 10, 15. Hello, Professor. But you have movement left, unless you want to cast another spell.
I will
Put you right
cast
up on the
another
shoulder.
spell. Yeah,
All
I
right, what do you wanna
will. I will cast Entropic Shield on myself,
Okay.
and that's a very cool spell when you're
All
dealing
right.
with somebody who attacks with ranged attacks.
Okay.
So this is going to last for 2 minutes, and anybody who tries to hit me with a ranged attack has a 20% miss chance.
Okay.
Similar to the effects of concealment.
Sorry. Before I moved you that second time, actually, because you were waiting for Cronin, I need Cronin to actually go. So I need to retcon that a little bit. Professor Cronin. So as Nico is about to step in here and thinking about Entropic Shield, backing up to the gate, as you are readying what you want to do there, Professor Niles, can I have a free perception check in the tower, please?
Of course.
Nico kind of delayed to after your turn, so I need to like retcon something here.
Yes, I've noticed that. Perception. In the tower. There you go.
With your hooves and horns and some animalistic abilities, I'm not saying your sight, your smell, your hearing, are any of those affected? Like dice-wise, do they actually say, I have the scent ability, or I have the high-pitch this or that?
I could have chosen the scent ability. I chose to not.
Okay, so scent is the only one that affects dice. So for flavor, I will say in your current form, you hear a couple octaves higher than a regular person. And you hear a distinct, high-pitched, almost dog whistle piercing the night after Simri moved, which is followed by a low, rumbling growl. And on your turn, as you're wondering what's going on, number 2 comes running out from a cave that he wandered into. And it's your turn. What do you do?
I Owl.
You howl?
Yeah.
Awesome. Howl a challenge back into the night, or howl at the ear-splitting scream. Do you move? That hurts my ears. Do you move?
Yeah, I do. Number 2
Okay.
needs me.
Okay, so you head straight to him. Forget stealth.
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 10.
The howl
15,
is the
20,
first sign.
Oh yeah, big howl. Run up to number 2. What's going on, buddy? Okay.
I have to move. Do I have an action?
Yeah, sure.
I slam back my mutagen.
Okay. Which one?
I only have one.
The extra buff one? Hulk smash one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. As you glug that
It's
back.
It's labeled Cronin.
Okay. As you slam that back, Nico makes his move 5, 10, 15 to where you were and casts Entropic Shield, as he said before. And a creature that's been holding its action, just waiting for, the dinner bell to be rung, hears, it hears that it has rung. And stomping 5, 10, 15, 20 feet out of a cage, a large creature with a lion's body, a bearded, shaggy-headed man's face, scorpion's tail, and it unfolds huge, leathery bat-like wings, and it smells the night air and peers around quite well in the darkness, looking for its dinner. And we will see you all next time.